October 21, 1805. The battle begins off the coast of Cape Trafalgar, Spain, but the shadow of the conflict stretches all the way to the cliffs of Dover. Napoleon Bonaparte, the Corsican ogre, has brought the European continent to its knees. Now his eyes are fixed on the only prize that remains, England. Across the English Channel, 200,000 veteran French soldiers, the Grande Armée, wait in the camps of Boulogne. They are a coiled spring, ready to leap across the water. Napoleon's boast echoes through the halls of Westminster. Let us be masters of the Channel for 6 hours, and we are masters of the world. For the British, this isn't just a battle, it is the final stand for their survival. If the Royal Navy falters today, there is no second line of defense. A single tactical error, a moment of cowardice, or a shift in the wind could mean French boots on London streets and the end of the British nation.
On the quarterdeck of the HMS Victory, Admiral Horatio Nelson paces like a caged lion. He is a frail figure, missing an arm and blind in one eye, yet he carries the weight of an entire empire on his remaining shoulder. He looks out at the horizon, where 33 French and Spanish ships form a towering wall of wood and iron. He has only 27. The silence is absolute, broken only by the creak of the hull and the slapping of waves. Every sailor knows the truth. Today, they are the only thing standing between Napoleon and the utter destruction of their homes.
At 11:45 a.m., as the gap closes, Nelson instructs his signal officer. The most famous message in naval history flutters from the Victory's masts, a final reminder of what is at stake. England expects that every man will do his duty. The Victory leads the northern column, heading straight for the French flagship, Bucentaure. The impact. The Victory endures a localized hell. The ship is a target for the entire French center. Round shot smashes through the timber. The air is filled with jagged wooden splinters that act like shrapnel. Men are cut down in rows before they are even allowed to touch a match to a cannon. Finally, the Victory passes behind the Bucentaure's stern, firing a devastating double-shotted broadside that screams through the French ship from end to end, crippling it instantly. The chaos. To the south, Admiral Collingwood in the Royal Sovereign has already broken the line. The battle dissolves into a series of ship-on-ship duels. The smoke from black powder becomes so thick that captains can only see the masts of the ship directly next to them. The roar of hundreds of cannons is deafening, a constant physical vibration in the wooden hulls that feels like the world is tearing apart.
Around 1:15 p.m., the Victory is locked in a deadly embrace with the French ship Redoutable. The two ships are so close their sides are touching. Sharpshooters in the Redoutable's masts fire down onto the British deck through the swirling smoke. A bullet strikes Nelson's left shoulder, passes through his lung, and lodges in his spine. He falls to the deck, his gold lace shimmering in the sun. He is carried below to the cockpit, a dark, blood-slicked room below the waterline where the surgeon is overwhelmed with the dying. Nelson, ever the leader, insists, "You can do nothing for me. Attend to those to whom you can be of use." As his life ebbs away in the lantern-lit gloom, the sounds of cheers filter down from the decks above. Each roar signifies another enemy ship striking its colors. Nelson asks his flag captain, Thomas Hardy, "How goes the day with us?" Hardy confirms a total victory. The invasion is thwarted. Nelson's last words are recorded as, "Thank God I have done my duty." He dies at 4:30 p.m., just as the final cannons fall silent. As if the gods themselves are mourning, a massive gale hits the coast immediately after the battle. The exhausted, battered crews must now fight the sea itself to save their prizes and their own crippled ships. It is a somber end to a monumental day, a victory bought with the life of the nation's greatest admiral, ensuring that the Grande Armée would remain forever stranded on the far side of the sea. The result: British losses, 0 ships lost. Combined fleet losses, 22 ships captured or destroyed. The legacy: the threat of a Napoleonic invasion of Britain is ended forever. Napoleon will never again dream of crossing the Channel. The Royal Navy establishes a global naval supremacy that will last for over a century. Today, the spirit of that day remains etched into the heart of London. If you ever find yourself walking the city streets, make your way to Trafalgar Square. Stand beneath the towering height of Nelson's column, guarded by its 4 massive bronze lions, and look up at the figure who changed the course of history. It is a place to pause, to remember the desperate stakes of 1805, and to pay your respects to the man who gave everything to ensure his country's freedom.